Hi guys, it's me, Princess and
Chanel.
And we're here to introduce
Mommy's Tales.
Mommy's Tales.
So today, before we get into, the cesspool of our topic, how has your weekend been?
My weekend has been quite the drama.
Quite the drama. Fill me in.
Fill you in. Okay. Well, it's not quite the weekend. It's quite of the weekday. Because my 6-year-old son got kicked out of first grade. School just started. And I guess you're wondering. Oh my. So.
Walk me through this timeline. Walk me through the timeline. What exactly happened? Because I don't believe it. Not your baby.
I know, right? He's the sweetest little thing.
He's so sweet. He's so cute. He's so smart.
Yes, he's
probably
definitely
smarter than all them kids up in his class.
Probably.
And they got the nerve to kick our baby.
Right, out of school. First grade.
What happened?
Well, it started on, Tuesday.
Okay.
Or Wednesday. Whatever. Anyway, so
it was a day.
It was a day. And they called me over because I guess he wasn't standing in line at school and he was going through classrooms and stuff like that. And I'm like, my child?
Yes, your baby.
And said he was hiding in a bookshelf.
How you hide in a bookshelf? That's
exactly.
Pretty shallow showing.
So when I brought that up to my 6-year-old son, he said, I don't know what you're talking about. And mind you, he goes to a predominantly white school. Yes. So, and then he has long hair.
Yep.
And I know in the handbook, it says they don't want the boy's hair to go below shoulder length. But they've never said anything to me, so I don't know if that's a problem or whatever. But my parents think it is because of what he's been going through. They just don't want to address the real issue that they have with my child.
So the issue is the look of the child in the class rather than the academic,
right?
Success of the child,
right? And they tried to hold him back last year because of how he is socially, but educationally, he's there. He knows everything.
He's an extremely articulate child.
Yes,
when
he
I
is.
say that this boy is so articulate, he uses words that I don't even think to use.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm like, okay, so did they should skip him.
Right, exactly.
That's what I would think.
Not hold him back, especially not for something because he's not there socially. Because I admit, my son do need to learn how to deal with his emotions. He do have a problem with that, but
what child doesn't?
Exactly.
Kids coming into let's say kindergarten and stuff, they're newly fresh and learning how to communicate and register their feelings.
Right.
It's not like they come out the womb saying, "Mama, I'm hungry. Mama, you getting on my nerves.
Right.
Mom, my stomach hurt." They don't come out registered that way.
Right, exactly.
So, he has to learn that, and part of him learning is him getting it wrong.
Right. And, the thing is, too, that he just turned 6 in first grade. So he went into first grade as a 5-year-old. So he's still a little bit behind some of his classmates. So I think...
But that just shows you how inclined they were to get him there.
Right.
Because he had to know what he was talking about and know his academics to get there, right?
Exactly.
So, what?
And so then came Friday.
Okay, Friday.
I think it was. And they put me in the office again because my child was screaming and, I guess, waving scissors at the teacher and students. And
we're going to put quotations on that, waving scissors.
Yes, waving scissors.
Okay, we're going to put quotations on that.
And I'm like, scissors? I know my son, he whenever he sees scissors, he like to, open and close them like that.
Shark.
But not,
oh, look, chomp, chomp,
he's
chomp.
not considered a threat, in which they said, he is. And when I asked my son, he's like, I said, were you playing with scissors? He said, no. I said, were you pointing at your classmates? He said, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, I was like, well, did you have scissors at all?
Yeah.
He yes, I had scissors. I said, where did you have scissors? He said, at my desk. Were you pointing it? No. Were you yelling at the teacher? No. And so at that point, they told me, since he's a threat, we're going to have to cut him from the school. So I had him go to his coat room, pack up all his things, and he's like, are we going home? I said,
yeah.
He was like, no, Mom. I said, no, we're going to, where I work, to the baby house.
Right.
And he was like, why? I said, you're not coming back to school. He said, but I was good today, Mommy. And by him saying that made me
break my heart.
Yes, it broke my heart. And I'm like, okay.
Because he was trying today.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, he was trying to have a good day. He did try his best not to do anything wrong. He was trying not to socially, I don't know.
He was confident in the day he was having that day. Mm-hmm. And for him to say to me, but I was having a good day. I said, well, did you go to the office? Did you go to, the principal's office?
Yeah.
He said, no. I said, did you go to the assistant principal office? He said, yes. And I asked him why. He said, because I dropped a piece of paper. And I said, why did you drop a piece of paper? He said, because I didn't want to do my work.
You know what?
So it's like...
Okay, so...
yeah. How was your weekend?
Girl, no, because my thing is... him actually being honest enough with you.
Right.
Telling you I did not want to do my work.
Right.
Kids are honest. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of like their default go-to, because it's like, what else am I going to say? I was climbing the wall?
Right.
So, I mean, like, what? I am so sorry.
I know, right?
I'm so sorry you went through that.
And I was so heartbroken that day. Like, my whole day... was ruined. Mm-hmm. And I had like this excruciating neck pain.
Yeah, that's because you were tensing your neck, and I'm pretty sure you was about to cuss somebody out. And listen, you don't cuss,
right?
You don't cuss
when I get there. Right. When I get there, though,
you like, you know what? Today you a boop 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 boop. Yeah. But yeah, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Mm-hmm. So, my weekend.
Go ahead.
If we're going to roll over to mine, my weekend was very meticulous and busy. I've been really busy with my oldest son, Jace.
Okay. What Jace do?
So, with Jace, he is, he's getting ready for school. He's going into school now. He is going to be 5.
Okay.
So where we hit the ball running was he actually is starting late. Okay. Because his birthday landed a couple of days after the registration. Yeah. So that irritated me. Like, these kids don't even know each other's names. You can put Lil Jace in the class. Okay? The teacher don't even know all these kids' names. You could put Lil Jace in the class. Like, I don't understand, like, what the cutoff time is for. Especially when he was ready. He kept asking me if he was going to school. But now he going to school now. So, since he's going to school now, we're, like, trying to prepare him. And I've been working with him every single day on ABC 1, 2, 3s, shapes, you name it. And it's a lot of stuff that he's been showing me that he knows that I didn't know he knows. So I'm really proud of that. That tells me that I'm putting him in his home atmosphere is a learning atmosphere. It's a fun atmosphere for him to learn. But that's wearing me out, okay? I'm going to be honest. It's wearing me out as a mother because I work from home. Can you imagine sitting down working, like you working from home, you're in meetings, like I'm in meetings probably like half of the time I'm at work, and I have this 4-year-old next to me talking about, Mommy, look, it's a tiger. Tiger starts with the letter T. Great, son, but right now we are talking about COVID numbers at work, so I'm sorry, son, I can't pay attention to your tiger. But it's just, like, it's really working my brain, like, trying to work both sides of my brain. Right. And that is exhausting. Because even with their dad, like, he works in the morning. So that leaves me with both kids. Okay. In the morning with work and being a teacher. So I have my 2-year-old who... he's learning his colors and shapes and everything, his numbers, and he's doing outstanding. That's and I'm just like, how did we get here? Because I how did we get here? Mm-hmm. Even though I know I've been working with you, I didn't know you were paying attention. Right. Like, have you ever felt that like that with your kids?
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
So yeah. So anywho, it's a stressful season right now.
It is.
It's stress season for mommies.
Yes.
And Jace's birthday is coming up.
So, oh no.
Thank you.
Mine's too.
Right. So it's just adding to my pile of stress, you know. Thank you, Jace. You know, I love it. You like it, I love it. But I'm just adding that, trying to plan him something. But we're going to go virtual for his birthday this year.
Okay, nice.
Because we've been dealing too much with his little brother's terrible immune system being compromised by other children. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. But yeah, we can roll on into our subject, which is the
emotional roller coaster.
Yes, the emotional roller coasters and the stress that mothers have to go through. Being a mother is not just one title.
It's not.
No. You can't say that, oh, I'm a mom. It's like, oh, no.
It's a mother, a friend.
Right. A mother. Okay. The title of mom comes with so many subtitles.
Right.
I'm mom, but I'm your friend. Mm-hmm. I'm your teacher. Right. I'm your disciplinarian. Mm-hmm. I'm your, what else? Look.
It's a lot. And it's hard to juggle them all.
Exactly. So my thing is, like, I feel like the stress of motherhood comes a lot with us feeling like we have to do everything right then and there.
Right.
And then also the title of mother comes with perfectionist qualities.
Definitely.
So I feel ever since I became a mom, everything has to be perfect.
It does. For me too.
So what are some things that you like personally, like with perfection? Like, is it because some moms are really meticulous with planning, some moms are meticulous with the things that their kids have, and some moms are very meticulous with like orderly things, like, no, son, you have to sit up straight and you have to do. Listen, I ain't that mama. If you sitting down, that's all I want you to do.
Exactly.
Like, just sit down, okay? You quiet.
Give me a peace of mind.
Like, what you need, a crayon and a piece of paper? I got you. But what would you say is yours?
Well, for me, like, I even, called you or was texting you when it came to starting school, making sure I had everything prepared. And I'm like, I'm stressing out because I don't, I want to make sure they got all the supplies they need. They wear a uniform. Got to make sure the uniform are ironed, laid out.
When I tell y'all, Princess was going absolutely nuts. She texted me this synopsis of a paragraph. I swear it was like it had to be at least a 3-chapter book about, oh my God. And then she's telling me as she's texting me, she just texted me. She was like, the crazy part is I'm laying down. I'm laying down and I'm thinking about the fact that I don't think that I put out his extra t-shirt or something like that. I'm like, girl, them kids don't care about. The crazy thing is, you are freaking out about everything, but they don't care.
Right.
And then as you're freaking out about everything, they don't know that we are planning for them, freaking out about everything being perfect. And then when you see the smile on their faces and they don't realize the background work that went to them getting to the place that they at, I just be like, look, sometimes I just look at my child, I just be like, you just don't know.
You don't know.
And they just sitting there,
right, smiles in your face, make you want to smile.
Exactly.
Put you in a good mood, which I like about kids.
Right, because the good part about having a child is that no matter what mood you're in, I feel like every child is their mother's grounding place.
Yeah.
Because my kids, no matter how angry, no matter how sad or anything, if I just have them, I'm good.
Yeah, right.
I'm happy because I've been in quite a few situations.
The cuddles.
Yes, that one little cuddle, one little smile. And you like, okay, I don't even know what I was just mad about. What's going on? What
One thing with my daughter, when I give her a kiss, she rubs it in. It's the cutest thing ever.
So I was so shell shocked. I went to Princess' house to have, a good, lovely conversation, a deep conversation about things going on in my life. And her daughter walks in on us, and she's like, Mom, can you please rub it in? Rub the kisses in. And I'm like, what? Rub what? And I guess somebody gave her, because she was like, no, I want the kisses to be rubbed in so I could keep them forever. What? Talk about level 1000 of cuteness overload. I was like, that is so sweet. I love that.
Right. And then she also want them rubbed in so her dad won't blow them off.
Of course. Because he's the antagonist. He has to come and just do something to make it like, no. But no, I appreciate my kids, but the stress that comes with being a mother, I definitely would be the first one to say to think about it before you have kids.
Right. Or plan it out. I don't think there's no way to plan that out, to be honest. It's because every child is different.
Exactly.
One child may be easier to deal with, but then there's your second child that
Listen, I'm going to tell you, Jace compared to Jay, Lord have mercy, is yin and yang. It's oil and water.
Oil and water.
I mean, seriously.
Don't mix.
They do not mix, but they're the best of friends. And for me, it's really stressful for me because Jace is very laid back and quiet. And Jay is like a fireball. He has to be running around. He has to be doing something at all times. And for me, at this point in my life, I just turned 30. And I'm going to be honest, I'm tired. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
As a mother should be.
Exactly. I feel like as a mother, sometimes you just want to feel well rested. You want to feel like there's nothing else that you have to, deal with. Nothing else to do.
Right.
Just let me chill for a minute. And I bet you anyone watching on live or anyone listening, every mother listening or watching on live, I bet you, if I could bet someone $1,000, it doesn't matter if dad is there or not. They will always be in your face. It's almost like dad is not there.
They do.
Mom, look at this dinosaur. Mom, look, I could count to 10. It's like, okay, we just did that 5 minutes ago. I need you to go play in your room, please.
Please.
Pretty please. So what's something that stresses you about motherhood?
What stresses me about motherhood is feeling as though I'm doing everything by myself, especially when you have a significant other in the house.
Okay, yeah.
So, I always constantly have to tell my husband, could you do this? Could you do that? Or, I'm just looking for him to
just do it.
Yeah, initiate, be initiative, do something, help me out.
Exactly. I should not have to ask.
Right, and that's what my husband wants. He said, if you want something done, you have to tell me. And I don't know if that's how a lot of men are, but...
Okay, so something I know about men for sure, in my experience in the class Men One-on-One, is that men... Right. We ain't got no choice. We're going to find somebody. You got to take men's class one-on-one.
Right.
And my thing is that they are very straight to the point. Very straight to the point and very clueless. Men are so clueless, it makes no sense.
They are clueless.
But then another thing is, I guess it also depends on what type of man that comes your way. Because some men are overly meticulous or over the top paying attention.
Right.
And then you like, can you simmer that down some?
Exactly.
And then there's some men who don't pay attention. And you're just like, I really wish that you would just, pick it up, do something.
Something.
And
take the trash out.
Right. So I understand where you're coming from with that. Because,
Yeah, what's one of your stressors as being a mother?
One of my stressors of being a mother is feeling like I never have enough time.
That's a big one.
I feel like I never have enough time in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do so much, but I want it to be able to be spaced.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like I wish I had a schedule and I could stick to it, but being a mother is so unpredictable that you literally can't keep up with what is going to happen next.
Right.
And it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It drives me insane because I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm going to work from 8 a.m. Until what time I get off of work? At 4:30. And then at that time, in between that time, I also have to be realistic. I have to prepare lunch. I have to begin to prepare dinner in the middle of work. So
in the middle of work.
You could see me, like, if I had a video camera at home, all you would see is me carrying my computer around the house, trying to keep up with work and keep up with the kids. It's terrible. Quarantine.
Chasing the kids with a laptop, huh?
Girl, and I'm trying to figure out, how do people that work from home do this? Because I literally asked my boss, okay, so is it okay for me to have, just that little bit of office time, please? Right? Because I really need to. I went to the office not too long ago. It was like a field trip. I was so excited. I was so excited to go back to my office. It was ridiculous.
It's always nice to have that time away.
Yeah. So time is really the toughest thing for me. And I try to hold on to as much time and squeeze in so much of me time that by the time I get to me time, I'm knocked out.
Exactly. You know me. We be having conversations, be on the phone. I'm falling asleep on the phone, and you talking to my husband.
Exactly. Okay, so it was one time, me and Princess, we were actually planning for the show. We were planning for the show, going over our list of things to do, things we want to do, things we want to try. And actually, we were on video messaging. I look up, Princess knocked out. I was like, oh, okay. And I just saw her just keep nodding. And then she just dropped the phone, just dropped me like a bad habit.
Like a bad habit?
Yes, dropped me like a bad habit. And me and her husband was just talking and had the greatest conversation. And I was like, you know what? Well, I'll catch y'all later. All right, bye. And he was like, I cannot believe. He was like, yeah, this is what we go through. He was like, she an old lady. She going to fall asleep at 9 o'clock on the dot.
9 o'clock on the dot.
And that's funny because it was like 9:50 something. And you were knocked out.
I bet. I tried hanging in, you guys. I tried.
Right. So we did pose this question to Facebook.
Yes, we did.
To get some feedback from you guys to see what's going on with the moms out there. And if you ever have any questions or feedback or questions that you would like, us to serve to the general public, that would be great. So the question was, what are some things that you go through as a mother that are stressful to you? And I'm going to read off some of my answers.
All right.
And actually, one of my answers, I feel like we will definitely be rolling into.
Okay.
You're going to be like, oh, okay. It was a nice little mix to the pot. So let me go ahead and see. So one of the ladies on Facebook, I'm a part of a group called Mommy's Mental Health.
Okay.
It's a really good group. It's a lot of women encouraging mothers to take time for themselves and to, pamper themselves and everything like that. And she responded to the question. Again, the question is, what are some things that you go through as a mother that are stressful? And she said, trying to help my son get past hurts so his mind and heart can heal properly.
Oh.
So I told her, I said, that is the hardest thing to have to watch, is your child actually going through the hardest things through life. And it's just life lessons. And they have to go through that in order for them to, you know, learn the difference between real love and fake love.
Right.
And that's whether it's relationships, friends, family, anything.
Right.
So what would you think about that? Your kids going through life lessons?
Well, I at least want my child to be open with me when it comes to that too, because there are some kids out here that keeps it to themselves and stay silent about the things that they go through, and we don't know that as parents, and that's why some of our kids, you know,
end up in gangs and doing crazy
or suicidal
stuff. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, it is scary.
Yeah, I think just having my kids go through their life lessons, I'm very strict on them actually owning the life lesson. Because when Jace or Jay goes through something, like Jace recently, he's picked up this habit of telling me what Jay wants to do.
Okay.
But it's really what he wants to do.
Oh, Aiden does that with Layla.
See?
Oh, my goodness.
And I feel like they do that because they think that we favor the other child. So I had to, in some type of way, reverse it and keep telling Jay no, so that he would then come to me and tell me what he wants.
Right.
So it's a hot mess. But that one, like, I definitely feel her on that.
Yeah, and I think it's important just to have a good relationship with your child too, so that they are able to come to you with whatever is on their heart heavy.
Right, because a lot of kids don't feel safe talking to mom and dad, and that's really the type of relationship I want with my boys, because they know that mommy will play with me, mommy will talk to me, but mommy will also discipline me.
Right.
And yeah. So, what did you get any feedback?
Oh, I thought you were going to share another one. You want to share another one?
Oh, yeah, I could share another one. So, another mom, I feel, oh my goodness, I feel her so much on this. Another mom said getting rid of the bottle and moving to a full sippy cup. Listen, if you ain't weaned your baby off a pacifier and you trying to wean them off a bottle, girl, that baby gonna attack.
That baby gonna attack.
That baby is not going to mess with you at all. My rule of thumb and what I did was cold turkey.
Cold turkey, right.
I went cold turkey. I threw everything away. And the only thing Jay's had was a sippy cup. Same thing with Jay. But neither of them had pacifiers. So I was appreciative of that. But I went cold turkey.
Me too.
Threw them all away. It ain't no sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes you get a bottle. Sometimes you get a sippy cup. Nope.
That confuses them. Like, so you give it to me sometimes, but so how come I can't get it this time? So if you want to take it away, and, you know, take it and leave it.
Exactly. Take it and leave it. Don't take it and give it back. So, one other one, and then I'll get to my really good one that'll roll us into what our next topic will be.
Okay.
Another one was trying to find the balance between work, life, motherhood, womanhood, and entrepreneurship. So, if you are a on-the-go mom, which she sounds like she's a well-rounded on-the-go mom, and this is from the group, let me go, Millennial Mommies Club. So, millennial mothers,
I think I need to join that one.
Yeah, you do, because it's really good, because they even host events.
Nice.
They have events where mommies and their kids can come and have little play dates, and all of that stuff is awesome. So, shout out to Millennial Mommies Club.
Go ahead.
But, so trying to find the time to balance all of your titles, as we were talking about earlier in the show, is really vital, because I think that your kids pay attention to that. Like, oh, my mommy can do this, my mommy makes me food, and my mommy works a job, and my mommy owns this business. Like, you want your kids to have the utmost respect for you and to see you in that light. But, man, Can you imagine? Like, entrepreneurship by itself, being a mother?
It's hard.
I'm tired. Just thinking about it. Like, I'm tired. Because I myself, like, just keeping up, like, with my pods is just exhausting enough. And that's not even a business, really. Right. That's just something that I want to evolve and build. But a whole chain, like a whole business. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how Kim Kardashian do it.
I'm working on trying to get, into the entrepreneur part. So
see, good luck.
I know, right? I need all the luck I can get.
So, one other one. Did you have one you wanted to put in?
This one kind of branches off one that you said. One mother said, working through your own junk so it doesn't rub off on your kids. That's a really good one.
Oh my God. That's, I'm gonna be honest, that just like touched my soul.
Did it?
Yes. Because I honestly really now, since for like a month now, I feel like some of the things I'm starting to catch on to some of the things that I do or say or my energies are rubbing off on my kids.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm just like, damn it.
Right.
Shit, now I gotta watch this too. I gotta watch my mouth. I definitely have to watch my mouth.
Definitely.
Because right now, my 2-year-old, his favorite word is shit. Yeah. And earlier today, I didn't say anything to him, but I heard him tell his brother that he was going to whoop his ass.
Ooh.
So...
What'd he do?
He was just telling him, he was just pointing at him, I whoop he ass. I whoop he ass. I was like, oh my God. I was like, son, please don't say that. Please don't say that. And it's going to become a time that he's going to say that out in public.
Right.
That's going to be okay, though. It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
I'm going to say, whose kid is that?
Who kid? Not mine. I'm babysitting my sister kids.
This is my sister kids. I don't know who this kid is. But that speaks true. Do you ever feel that way?
Oh yeah, all the time. Like whenever I'm going or feeling something emotionally, I do feel like some of my energy, I yell at the kids and I try to apologize. So what I do is I have my kids like, mommy is, having a rough time. And I try to explain to them, like, okay, I don't mean to yell at you guys. I apologize for yelling at you. Mommy's just upset or whatever that you're doing this and you're not supposed to. And it's like, and they just give me hugs and kisses. Aww. And it's just cute.
Because they know mommy's having a hard time.
And I let them know, like, whenever you see mommy's upset, just come and give me a hug. Just give me a hug.
Right. So that is so sweet because kids do notice when you're upset or when you're angry. They feed that energy. Right. They feel the energy. So I think it's really important for any mothers listening that we learn to be apologetic to our children, especially if something has been going on in our day that doesn't really relate to what is going on with the kids, but we're still frustrated or upset about it. Sometimes we may take it out on the kids unconsciously, but I think it's okay for parents to apologize.
Yes,
and because I wish my mother would apologize to me as a child, but that's just
I second that.
Exactly. It's just not. It wasn't an old school nature to apologize about anything because what they said was what they said.
Right. I'm the parent.
Exactly. So
you do what I say.
Exactly.
I don't care about your feelings.
So, rolling into what is going to be our next topic. I know I'm hitting Princess with a surprise. But
anticipation.
Right. So this really shocked me because I wasn't expecting it. I really just was like, wow, thank you for commenting. So, again, the question was, what are some things that you go through as a mother that are stressful? And I had a father comment. He's like, I know that this says mother, but what I have to comment is trying to use the restroom. trying to use the restroom. And the crazy thing is, he said that the problem is he's a girl dad. Mm-hmm. And being a girl dad is significantly different from any other father. Mm. Being a girl dad is not something that, you know, the world expects or like that the world has fixed itself to accommodate.
Right.
Any dad that is a girl dad doesn't have the same amenities that of a father who has a son and a daughter, mm-hmm. or who has just boys. Mm-hmm. He has to think about things that women think about, mm-hmm. and that is tough.
It is.
I never thought about that.
Me neither.
Because when he said going to the restroom, I just started thinking, like, how do you even go to the restroom in public and you have your 2 baby girls with you?
Right.
That has to be tough, because society norms is that a mom would take the daughters into the women's restroom. Mm-hmm. But if it's daddy with the girls, where are they going? Because it ain't a lot of family restrooms.
Right.
So, dang. So you got to take your baby girls into the men's restroom, mm-hmm. in order to use the potty. So for me as a mother, I was just like, dang, like
and they don't have as many stalls, right?
No. And that's why I'm just like, it registered so different. So I want to give a round of applause to all of the girl dads. Because when I say y'all don't have it easy, y'all do not have it easy. No. Like, nothing in the world accommodates a girl dad. Mm. That sucks.
That sucks.
So, you know what? We're going to invite Ronell to the show.
We will.
Mm-hmm. And anybody else that'd like to be a part of the show to talk about being a girl dad, I would really appreciate it if you guys would.
We'd like to hear.
Yes, if you guys would go ahead and chime in. So we'll be posting it out there, letting you guys know the record date and everything, and seeing if we can get, you know, a nice little entourage of girl dads. Mm-hmm. So is there anything you want to close out with, giving some moms some advice or encouragement?
I encourage mothers, if you have the support, you know, from friends, family, whoever, mm-hmm. to just don't hesitate to reach out and tell people or let people know that I need a break. Because those who are mothers, they understand when a mother says she needs a break, she needs a break. Mm-hmm. Or mother is going to break down.
Exactly. And you have to have a happy mom in order to have a happy, prosperous household. Mm-hmm. And I would say to anyone who is dealing with things that are stressful as a mother, it's okay to seek counsel outside of your marriage, your relationship, or anything like that. To be able to have someone to talk to, mm-hmm. outside of, you know, your normal circle.
Right.
Because me personally, I see a counselor, and it is kind of like my restart button. Mm-hmm. It really is a restart button, and every time I walk out, it's like a weight lifted off of my shoulders, because I'm able to just spill the beans. Like, girl, this week, I don't even know if you got enough paper to write down all the stuff I got to tell you that happened this week that got me tripping. But I think that seeking counsel is really important for anyone that has the stressors of motherhood. And also, don't be afraid to say no.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to say no to the mom's group that's going to the zoo at 11 o'clock on Sunday. Don't be afraid to say no to the family events. Don't be afraid to say no to people just so that you can have time to yourself. Mm-hmm. And also, don't be afraid to, if you don't have that help, because I know some moms don't have the family dynamic to be able to say, oh, well, grandma's going to watch you this weekend, or, you know, some mm-hmm. people don't have such a close-knit family.
Right.
Don't be afraid to actually seek out, you know, like a proper nanny, mm-hmm. or a proper babysitter. Mm-hmm. I mean, interviewing people is fine, you know, getting to know them so that you can have you know, even if it's just you trust them with your child for an hour. I know a lot of people don't trust other people, but hey, at some point in time, you're going to figure out how to invest.
Right.
To be able to reinvest in yourself.
In yourself. Mm-hmm. Right. So, most important.
Exactly. So with that being said, I'd like to thank all of our viewers and our listeners. And we will be back with another one.
Yeah, we will. Bye, guys.
Bye.